Welcome back to the channel. Make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. We're doing all sorts of great content lately. We've got Ronnie's CX1600 back on the dyno. It looks the same, but let's take a closer look. You can check out one of our more recent videos on this. This is our CX1600 package with everything besides the clutch. Well, guess what's in there now? Jeremy installed the new SSP 15 disc clutch in this unit, and we're gonna try it out on the dyno. Now, we also get a lot of questions about pump E85 versus race E85, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on that. And it's exactly that, just an opinion, because there's really no scientific way to do this, or at least a reasonably scientific way to do this and answer every single question. This is more of, a judgment call and based on experience. So what I tell people, 12, 1300, I'm fine on pump gas, pump E85. But if you're gonna be racing the car and all those sorts of things, put good fuel in it. We like One Ethanol R. Ignite is also pretty good. This is a huge investment and it's worth the fuel costs in this case. Now, of course, if you're driving it around all the time, you want to be on pump E85. Well, you're also probably not going to be running 12 to 1300 horsepower all the time. So put the good fuel in when you're turning it up. It has pump E85 in it right now. We're going to make some hits on it with this setup, with the new clutch. We've already done about 50 to 60 miles of break-in. We're going to work our way up on power to about 1300. Then we're gonna swap in One Ethanol R, and then we're gonna turn it up and see how high we can go. Not sure how high we're gonna go, so stick around. All right, here we go. Since it's the new clutch, we're just gonna start at, wastegate, and then work our way up, one set point at a time. If everything looks good, I'm not gonna even shut it off. So we're gonna keep an eye on trans temps. We don't wanna get the clutch too hot to start. It just made crazy power on wastegate. Let's see how much boost it made. I'm not sure. I don't think it made anywhere near that. So I don't know if this is the clutch showing better power or what's going on here. Yeah, that was 16 pounds of boost. It just made 1100 flat. Let me show you the graph. 1100 and 790 on the torque. Wow. Okay. That's more than I thought. So let's save that, and then we'll go ahead and do another pull right now. Okay, this is gonna be 30% on the gate. That added less than 1 pound of boost and 1159. So let's check the trans temp. Trans is super happy, only 120 degrees right now. So we'll go to the next set point. I believe this is 40 on the gate. Going up 10% on the gate here. This clutch is definitely working. 1227 and 877. We were already having issues at this point. So we're gonna go up one more set point and then probably switch over to the One Ethanol R. Man, clutch is doing phenomenal, exactly as we would expect. So that's always good news. All right, trans temp is still looking good. Let's do another pull. only a pound of boost. I'm only going up 5 on the set point at a time. That may not been enough, but still 1255, 894 on the torque, and you know, let's see what the log says. Right at 20 pounds of boost, that matches the dyno. So I'm gonna go ahead and do one more pull at 5% higher. That'll probably put us in that 1280 range, hopefully. And then we'll go ahead and switch over the fuel and go higher. Well, it looks like I overshot the 1300 horsepower target on that one. 1331, 954 on the torque on 22.8 pounds of boost according to the dyno. According to the log, a little bit lower. The map sensor on here is showing just over 22 pounds of boost. And then let's see real quick what the clutch was doing. All right, I'm a believer in this clutch. It's holding solid, badass. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to go ahead and swap this out for E85R and keep pushing the boost up just a little bit at a time and see what we can make.
A few moments later.
All right, here we go, guys. We're on One Ethanol R, and we'll see how much boost we make on this set point. This should be about 24 pounds. 1400 on the nose, 1400 and 981. All right, I'm gonna, you know, now that we're in the high boost range, making high power, I'm gonna go ahead and look over the log real quick, and then we'll get ready for another hit. All right, log looked great, so here we go. We're going up another 5% on the set point. That was 24 PSI, so we'll see what it makes. 1449 and 1022 on the torque. This clutch is the answer to all of our problems, it looks like. So if you're looking to build a high-powered setup, this is serial number 1 of the CX1600TT, my car, which unfortunately was wrecked and totaled, and was the prototype. We did not serialize that, so this is serial number 1. So get in on the CX1600 train, and you can be serial number 2 or 3 if you call us soon. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at all the dyno graphs real quick, and we'll wrap this video up. Man, I am super pumped. All right, guys, let's go over the graph really quick. I'm not going to show you every single graph. We already went through that. I showed you throughout the video. What I did want to show you is the last graph from the last video, which is 1261 and 861, but we were having a lot of slip here through the mid-range. So now we'll put our best graph on top of that. Went from 1261 to 1449 and 861 to 1022. So that's like 180 plus more on the horsepower, over 160 on the torque. Now, we're talking 26 pounds of boost for that number. Of course, keep in mind, this is a full exhaust. I don't know if you could tell in the video, but this thing is whisper quiet. I wouldn't be shocked if this thing was put into more of a race mode with a dumped exhaust, which my car had on it when it made 1600 at the wheels, and I was at much higher boost. You know, the sky's the limit on this. But, and there's a big but, now that we've got a clutch that holds, what's the next issue? The transmission itself. There are 0 parts available for this. I know some other shops are working on maybe input shafts. Who knows what else there is in there. So it just kind of depends on how far you want to go. In my opinion, our 1600 TT package, which is what this is, at even say 1400 at the wheels, will be absolutely phenomenal. fairly low risk of anything going wrong. Of course, anything can happen at any time. It depends on how you use it. Above this, say 15, 16, 1700 horsepower, is still quite a ways away to get to live, in my opinion, in the GT500 world. And it really depends on, you know, I don't drive that development. The owners drive that development. When I have customers that want to push the limit and go further, we can do that, but it takes money, time, a budget. And you know, the GT500 isn't necessarily the best platform to try and make 2000 horsepower. But if you want to, give us a call and we could probably make it happen. I just don't know what it's going to cost. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and we'll see you on the next one.